What's up, guys? It's your man Mikel here at Griff. I had to make sure my microphone's on because before I was doing these videos and the mic wasn't near my mouth, and then I had to do the whole video over again. So when you're getting a nice flow, you don't want to stop. This is part two of how to launch an NFT project with Griff. Now, we had a team meeting yesterday, and unfortunately, I didn't get to tape that because some of it we have an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. So there are some things that we want to keep to ourselves and make sure that we have all of our T's crossed and I's dotted, that type of thing, while we do this project. But I can give you some updates. One, we actually have an artist that has joined us, and the artists, I don't want to get into their name right now, but we'll get into that at a later date because there's some things that have to be done. But they worked on the project here, and they had their own project and their own team, and they're going to join as our artists. We have a copywriter who's going to do the lore. So the lore, for those who want to know what an NFT project is or needs to know, it's the story behind what the NFT is about. Not kind of like the utility's not like that, but actual story. We're actually writing a story because we want people to be interested in our NFTs. So it has to be some type of reason why you want to get these particular NFT, this art collection, right? So that's something we're working on. Right now, we're also we haven't started putting out any feelers or any information besides just people that we know because there's still a lot of work that we need to do. We actually need to get the name of the project, so we're going to work on that. I believe that should be done by Monday. So today is Saturday, the third, and we had a meeting yesterday, which was Friday, and then I have a meeting tomorrow in Manila with a couple of people for one for Griff, just business, and then just meeting a couple of people, team members who are going to get together. But by Monday, sometime next week, we should have the actual name of the project that's going to be. We kind of have the kind of like the concept of what we want to do and the direction that we want and everything, but there's still some things need to tie it together down. But one thing that I do know that you need to have a project board for your project so you can kind of like have everything detailed, like what steps, what you're going to do. We're doing this in 3 months, which is 120 days. So we have a board to kind of like what we're going to do this month, what we're going to do this month, what we're going to do this month. So that's something that you should have outlined when you do your NFT project. Besides getting the team members, the project roadmap, I think, is one of the most important things that you can do early. So you and your team can kind of like look at it, see what goals needs to be done, see what needs to be addressed. Look at what types of what's the development going to be, what's the tech going to be. We do have our own tech team at Griff, so our tech team is going to actually do the actual like the smart contract and the website and things like that. So that's already taken care of in-house. So right now, what we need to do is we need to bring more people, more kind of like on the marketing side of things. And the reason why I say marketing is because myself and just for anybody that wants to do a project, the best place to go, I'm seeing that I've been in this space for the NFT space kind of like almost 2 years now, and looking at things, dealing with things, having my own company, working with our own NFTs. We actually launched two NFT products. We launched our clothing line with the NFTs, and then we launched the Griff naming service on NFTs. So the Griff naming service is on Ethereum blockchain, and the clothing line NFTs is on the Polygon network. So we actually have experience releasing and launching, doing smart contracts and those things. You can actually go to Griff, gry.ph, and there should be a GitHub link there. You can go to the GitHub link and look at some of our contracts that we released and things like that for those who are out there that wants to know if we're really legitimate and things like that. And you can also go to our OpenSea pages. We have one for the Griff Streetwear, then we also have one for the Griff naming service. And right now we're still working on getting things out there and stuff like that. So we've been out there in the spaces. Actually, we've been on Twitter promoting. So we got like we had over 3,000, but Twitter is ciphering. bots and things like that. So we're down to like 2,950 followers, but we're going to grow that, of course. But right now we're still also debating on actually doing a whole Twitter space or Twitter name account for our own project because we have a business account for Griff, but we're thinking that maybe we should do a separate account for the NFT project because that way we can just focus everything on that and it'd be fresh, it'd be new, and we can get people involved. That way, and I think that we're leaning towards that direction. Another thing that we have to do is we still need to get some more team members because I feel that the best way to launch your project is through Twitter because the NFT community on Twitter is pretty standard. You can go to meet other people and get connections and collaborate and things like that a lot easier on Twitter than Facebook. I hate Facebook for NFTs. There's a lot of NFT groups, but nobody collabs, nobody really talks. It's no community actually. It's just a group on Facebook with like 100,000 people, and most of the people in these groups are doing crypto, scams or bots or get this or buy this token or do this. And there's nothing wrong with doing tokens because we're going to eventually do a staking token event ourselves. But when you see a lot of scams and you just see it, and it just seems that most of the people in these groups, very few really support the art. It's really just a lot of people in these spaces trying to, I just don't like the Facebook scene on when it comes to NFTs. I really don't. I'm in a lot of NFT groups, but I haven't really met anybody genuinely from an NFT space in Facebook. I'm just being honest. Everybody that I've met that's generally into the NFT space that's doing good work, that's coming out with good projects, who's going to the different Twitter spaces and promoting, and the promoters. I want to give a shout to Skirpy out there. That's another um, place that you need to go if you don't know. Skirpy is a social media site for that. He's building a platform for NFTs and crypto users to be in one platform. So, I want to give a shout to him. But I met people like that in Twitter. I never went to Facebook and saw NFT project because most of the stuff I see on Facebook is either somebody copied somebody's PEFP and they posted it, or they're trying to sell you doodles, or they try to tell you how to get into Bored Apes and stuff like that. And I just generally haven't seen anything that resembles, me wanting to be a part of a community through Facebook. So I'm just letting you guys know if you really want to know how to get in good projects, how to do research, how to connect with people and do the spaces. Discord is another place, but the thing I don't like about Discord is that everybody has a Discord channel. So now I have like hundreds and hundreds of Discord channels to go to, and most of them are small or not really doing much. Even our own, I don't even like Discord to be honest with you. And then some Discord channels are good, and if it's a full Discord channel, you get information on that the particular project and things like that. But the community is a community, and then you have to kind of like find your way in, ask questions and things like that. And it's best to get in a project when it's new. If the community is already there, then they already mint it, then you pretty much just sitting there just getting information past the mint. And unless you're going to purchase that particular NFT or you like that particular project, it's really no use. So I left a lot of Discord channels actually. Some projects just didn't do well and they kind of like went dead, or I just felt like it's just too many. So for me, myself, I'm a big Twitter guy. I love going to Twitter spaces. I feel like I can go to a good space, and there's spaces that's like, I like the smaller spaces where it's like 20 or 30 people. You really get a chance to speak. You get a chance to meet other people. People get to hear your story, and you can vibe a little bit better. But there are some spaces that's like 200, 300 people. And those are good spaces because if you have a good pitch, you can get a lot of people, to support your project and like your, Twitter page and, support you that way. And you can do that through the spaces. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like Schiller's. talking to shillers. So everybody's on Twitter shilling their project, and it's very hard to get actual buyers. So I think the best way to do the buyers is you have to join alpha groups. And there are a few alpha groups, or there's a few groups that are, just about going to different projects and things like that. So I think another thing that you need to do also is that you need to reach out to alpha groups when you promote your NFT project, because those where you want to those guys are going to be the ones that's really going to be the buyers of your project. Of course, it's good to go to Twitter Spaces and meet other collabs, and meet other projects and collab and things like that. That's another thing you should do. But when it comes to how do I sell out, then that's when you go with the alpha groups and organizations and things like that. And those are hard to find, a lot of them. Or you could just go and, like, if you want to try to sell the board apes, you can, but you gotta know somebody there, because everybody's trying to reach out to them. So it's very hard to reach those people. Some of those Twitter channels, you can't even reach people, or like the messaging, you can't reach them. Even on Twitter, even on Discord, you're trying to get a hold of somebody that's a big project, you're not going to reach them because most of them have their DMs off. So, those are just some tips for people who are, trying to figure out how to get into the spaces. But my thing, and what somebody told me, is you just gotta go to Twitter. You gotta just network. You gotta, get out there. You gotta collab. You gotta network. You gotta meet people. People gotta know you. People gotta know your story. It's, just don't go and just shill, shill, shill all the time either. I think the best thing is, like, when like, for the past 6 months, I haven't shilled anything actually. I'll go to spaces. I'll say, "What's up? How you doing? My name is Mikel." They know I'm in the Philippines, and I just meet people that way, and I collab a lot with a lot of people. So now when I do have my project, I can just reach out to these guys personally, because I have built relationship with them. Some of them I haven't talked to in a while. Some people I join their space, and just to go in there and just say hi, just to let me speak, just to hit their community up. And I get love that way also, and I try to help others, because I have my own spaces in Twitter. So I would host a space. Actually, the space I hosted was for Asian NFT projects, and then I was bringing people from the United States over so they can meet people from, like, Japan, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines. I would have this room with people from Asia, and then I would bring Americans in, and then they would meet some great artists and great projects, and that was something I did for both sides. So it's like East versus East meets West type of thing. And also another spot you can go to. I'm not really on there too much, but there is some great stuff on there. Is Clubhouse. You can go to Clubhouse and meet people and collab, and just get to know people. I think that if you're doing a new project and you don't have a team or anything, the best thing to do is just go and listen and hear what other people have done, hear what their pains are, what their marketing. You can ask questions. There's a community called excuse me, I'm sorry. There's a community called NFTs for Freedom. That's a community on Twitter actually, and they're on Clubhouse. And what they do is, not only do they have their own NFT projects, but they have classes. They have classes on, people in Korean speaking English. They have classes on marketing. They have classes on pitching. They have meditation spaces. So if you want to kind of like, if you want to know what's out there and how to kind of like navigate in this space, I would suggest definitely hitting up NFTs for Freedom. I'll put the link in here, and on their Twitter feed, and you can reach out to those guys. And those guys, they always have spaces. They have community, and they are pretty much big when it comes to NFT space and helping other people figure out their way and find out what's going on. So at the end of the day, this is the second video. So this is how to launch your NFT in 60 days. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like the channel, hit the notification button. I should have said that in the beginning, but it's okay. I'll do that next time because I keep forgetting that's the first thing you're supposed to do. I'm still learning in YouTube, so please, be bear with me. But as you see this page, we didn't have any videos. We had like a few promotional videos that we was doing for our clothing line. And to be honest with you, I just didn't know what to do with Twitter. I didn't know how to navigate, not Twitter, I'm sorry, YouTube. I didn't know how to navigate really this space. How to, not like I could do a video, record it, edit, I could do that. But there's a thing about your channel that you have to learn and do. And I just didn't know how to do it until recently. And now that I know how to do it, I have experience. That's why now I'm coming out with these videos and promoting, Griff and things like that. But just to let you know that it's not easy, but I'm learning. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you guys for, watching. I think the first video I posted a couple of days ago got like over 50 views. So thank you for that. That's my first video, and to get 50 views, I'm happy with that. Some people don't even get that. So I'm blessed with that. I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep growing. I'm gonna keep giving you content. Okay. So this is Mickele Macon. I'm the co-founder of Griff, and this is how to launch your NFT project in 120 days. We're gonna make it happen. This is part two. Thank you so much, guys. You have a great day.